Gale Sayers, magic in motion. Teammates admired and respected him. If you wish to see perfection, you had best get a hold of a film of Gale Sayers.
It looks like he might never play football again. Or for a long time. And I think we should dedicate ourselves to give our maximum effort to win this game. And give the game ball pick. I'd like to say a few words about a guy I know, a friend of mine. His name is Brian Piccolo. And he has the heart of a giant. And that rare form of courage which allows him to kid himself and his opponent. Cancer. He has a mental attitude which makes me proud to have a friend who spells out courage 24 hours a day, every day of his life. Now, you flatter me by giving me this award. But I say to you here and now, Brian Piccolo is the man of courage who should receive the George S. Hallis Award. Is mine tonight, and Brian Piccolo's tomorrow. I love Brian Piccolo, and I'd like all of you to love him too. And tonight, hit your knees. Please ask God to love him.
First day that my father was on the job, Brian Piccolo came to my father and said, "Don't worry, Big Ed, I'll square you away with the players." And Brian did that, and he became a son of my parents.
Brian and Joy and Ed and Virginia became very close. And then when Brian got sick, my dad really took over oversight of his treatment at Sloan Kettering Hospital in New York and making sure that Joy and their girls were taken care of.
I was saying to God, the world needs people like Brian. Why is this happening? But you look at all the good that's happened since then and realize a great deal of money has been raised in his name. We're still having the Bears Care Gala to raise money for cancer research. And we're talking about millions of dollars, which he never could have imagined in his lifetime.
It just shows me how much they care. And there have been times when I thought, well, maybe we needed to go away. And it's been just a beautiful tribute, and so much has happened because of it. You know, I'm grateful. I really am.
Been very fortunate in my life, my career, to win an awful lot of awards, but maybe this one means so much more to me because a lot of it means what this young man, Mr. Piccolo, meant to people off the field rather than on the field. And it is one of the true great honors of my life.
Just give me 18 inches of daylight, that's all I need. Born in Wichita, Kansas, but raised in Omaha, Nebraska, Gail Eugene Sayers was one of 3 sons raised by Roger Winfield Sayers and Bernice Ross. He attended the University of Kansas, and with 4,000 all-purpose yards, was named the Kansas Comet, but football was not a means to an end.
I went to college not as an athletic student, but a student athlete.
He was selected by the Chicago Bears as the 4th overall pick in the 1965 draft by owner, GM, and head coach Papa Bear.
And I want to give a special thanks to George Halas. A man who more than anyone else has made professional football what it is today. There's not much you can say about someone who's become a legend in his own lifetime, but I want to try. Mr. Halas is one of those rare individuals who is not content with things as they are, but sees things as they could be and works to make things better.
As a rookie, he exploded with an NFL record 22 touchdowns, capped off in December on a muddy Wrigley Field with 6 touchdowns.
When he ran, it was like watching one person turn into 2 people.
In 1965, the Kansas Comet had the 49ers seeing double when he blazed across a rain-soaked Wrigley Field, scoring 6 touchdowns to tie the NFL single-game record.
Give me 18 inches of daylight. That's all I need.
I never went on a practice field and worked on faking left, going right, or turning around, that type of thing. Many times there'd be a fella coming from my blind side, and no way I could see him, but I could feel him. There's times that I would make a move, and I couldn't explain it, but you know, it's a God-given instinct to do things like that.
You know, I'm a painter, so what you learn when you're a painter is that you paint your broad strokes, which is obvious to the eye, and then you paint the subtleties, the nuances. That's where the story is being told. That's what draws people in. That's what makes people pay attention. Gale, he had a natural subtlety in the way he performed on a football field. You couldn't take your eyes off of him. You don't see that all the time. I mean, it's unusual.
Brilliant but fleeting, Sayers' career lasted just 68 games. In his fourth season, he tore several ligaments in his right knee and was never the same runner again. However, like Williams' performance in Brian's song, Sayers' work still resonates.
Watching him run was one of the most beautiful, special experiences I've ever had in my life. That's indelible greatness.
As great as he was on the field, his quiet wisdom and integrity made him the perfect choice for George Halas. Halas chose Gale to become the first African-American ever in the NFL history to room with a white player in 1967, Brian Piccolo. They were completely opposites who found themselves to be best friends through football. A true story that captured America's ideal of coming together in Brian's song. They became great friends, and it was Gale at Brian's bedside when he tragically passed away before the season started, a sober part of life's journey.
Reaching this point, however, is not as important as striving to get here. This is true in all professions, in all life's activities. There are doctors, lawyers, school teachers, plumbers, all who strive to do the very best to their abilities. We hear a lot today about how the American people have lost their dedication to excellence. I don't believe that is true. Each of us excels at different things, sometimes in areas that are only a hobby, more often in our life's vocation. The most important thing, however, is to strive to do our very best.